we'll talk about a bit about our process now.
Well, yeah. Well, I think this is the most interesting part for me, at least, of the collective. Our process is very randomly and very intuitive, as well as our individual practices. We don't have any preconceived idea of what we're going to be doing or how we're going to be tackling the pieces. We just, it's very simple. We just get together every Sunday and just draw. We start with smaller pieces, and we just pass them around. Everyone is working at the same time, but not in the same piece. And then we just request, you know, like, okay, I have an idea for that, so I request the piece, and I can add up the piece. And it changed a little. We have to, as he said, we all been involved in the collaborative projects earlier in one way or another way, but we have to, you know, learn to share and to give and take from the others, right? So it's not always an easy situation. We've been together almost 10 years, and we're still fighting and struggling and, you know, like syncing the pieces. So, for example, you know, I can tell you this very quick story. I was working on the texture of a log, right? So I invest like good 20 minutes, you know, like, and it was going very well, you know, and I was ready to, you know, to pass the piece and at least get some comments, not even compliments, right, but a comment or something. So, you know, I just pass the piece around, and the next thing you know, he just grabs the piece. He didn't even look at my beautiful log texture, and he just painted over, right? And
as he was saying, yes, that's we love to, you know, work in collaboration. It's a wonderful experience. And another thing is that we learned that art is a subjective thing, and like sometimes I could be very fond of something that I'm doing, and yeah, like see different things, right? Like, but when I pass it around, there is always a space for, you know, new possibilities. Like Eric see things through his mind. The same thing with Ileana, and so in that way we learn a lot from each other, and also we learn to, you know, let go and share, which is something quite hard for, you know, like artists to do.
So each one of us has a different strengths and weaknesses that we bring to the group, and I think that translates to one another. You know, we learn each other's techniques and help one another, you know, guide one another in different ways of working. After we had been working, I guess, quite a few years on drawing, we were invited to a residency. Can you change the room? We were invited to a residency in Serbia, and there we were working on drawings. The person who led the residency was working in a ceramic residency as well at the same time. So he invited us to his residency, and they gave us a block of clay and said, okay, you can work for the day. So that was really our introduction to moving our work from 2 dimensions into 3 dimensions. And we found that we really enjoyed working. It was a one-day workshop. We really enjoyed working for one day doing that, and we decided to pursue that. And initially it was a little bit of a struggle, even though we enjoyed it. We found the more we worked, the more we understood how the drawing would translate into 3 dimensions. And we got some work with the Gardner Museum of Ceramic Art, giving workshops and doing a project with them for Nuit Blanche. So that was really our introduction into ceramics, which we've continued.
Well, I just want to say that around, well, probably not the same time, but we started doing murals on the walls. And that was, I don't know, we tried to expand, like we said, okay, we would like to start working a bit bigger. And then we struggled with the medium size. So then we proposed a project mixing drawings and the mural, and so that's how we start doing the murals directly on the wall, which is the same case that we did here, which is same approach. We don't sketch anything, we don't go with the pencil first, and then once we get something going, we pass the charcoal. No, we just go directly, and whatever it happened, it just happened, and sometimes it's not nice, but you know, we have another story that, well, anyway, anyhow.